Hello, welcome back to more FF14 MSQ. We have a little bit more to talk about with Mr. Gundabald here. He wants to wish us well on our investigation and give us some lentils and chestnuts, so that's nice. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Wildred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll put a swift end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Okay. Yeah, I hope I do good too, Mr. Gundabald. Let's give our report to Minphelia. Minphelia, I'm here. I have a report to give. Welcome back, Miyoko. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Alamigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Habrea? Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Planted the knowledge of summoning an impressionable young mind, you say? Precisely the kind of deception... 1 second, my alarm's going off. Anyway, planted the knowledge of summoning an impressionable young mind, you say? Precisely the kind of deception Ascians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minphelia a dull scion. Ha! Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Called you boring. Mayhap we ought to rest before speaking further of the investigation. Yeah, let's chill out. Just take a breather. By take a breather, I mean I'm getting the next quest from you right away. Minphelia has another lead for me to pursue. Yes, please tell me. Terror at Fallgourd. Oh man. While you were tending to business in Thanaland, some new information arrived at the courtesy of our friends the Sylphs. An individual fitting La Habre's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. The sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off, 12 willing. We will pick up La Habre's trail once more. Eroxia can furnish you with the details. Please speak with her, and take it from there. As always, be careful out there, Miyoko. I'll try to be careful. Oh, what was this weird self person want? What is it? Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. No? Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrid had an encounter with a scary Masked One. The Masked One is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go speak with Digging One. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Fort in the North Shroud. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Medrid. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. Oh, don't be dramatic. I look to death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrid is clearly traumatized. If you were to soothe him, he might remain calm long enough to hold a conversation. Okay. Let me select him. He's already selected. And I'll click the soothe button. Get soothed, man. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible. That's true. But that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just an ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instant, I knew right away. The masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. Yeah, okay, man. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, to ensure that we won't have to suffer Madrid's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork, that's what I want to do. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. Oh, thanks, dude. I like being repaid for things. Alright. Adine. Adine has a proposal to make considering my investigation. Yes. So here's what I know about deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Z's can inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of these creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Yes, let's go kill 3 of these dudes, I guess. Right, I just murdered Z's and we return to Adine. Yes, yes. Adine. You've already seen to the Z's? Good work, adventurer. So were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing? Truth be told, if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Z's from our list of suspects. That leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. I feel like I just slaughtered some wildlife for no reason. We didn't even know what proof I was looking for. Anyway. Rock of Rancor. Adine has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. Yes, I'm sure you do. There's something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I better watch myself, eh? Hey. Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor has been going around. Is whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crack. Stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring me some fragments and I'll give them a gander. Sure. Well, let me talk to you too. Everalt has information to share regarding my investigation. Let's get that off screen and get that out of here. Something you should know, I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Metroid's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely at the same time as Medred's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Maybe I do have a mind to investigate. That sounds really cool, man. Come on, golems. Leave me alone. I just want to blow up a rock. Cool, now I got all these humming crystals. This is gonna take me a minute. Cool. Now I need to investigate that specified location. Is it over here? I think it's over here behind a tree. Well, the clay golem decides they want to murder me. Oh, I think someone's doing this quest already. Right next to me. Let's just watch them battle. Okay, it wasn't very long. Wow. Why do I have this right here? Okay, let's put arms length there. Maybe put my interrupted there. There we go. That's better. That's... Damn it. These enemies. Okay. Hey Dean, I got your crystals. Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. It has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer, huh? Haha, take your crystals. Huh? Why, these are just garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous bane might appear and you slew it. The creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgourd. Potential or no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? I don't know. Who knows, bro? Hello, Medrid. Your friends were not helpful. The power of deduction. Medrid is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. Tell me all about it, man. There's been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarcely get a wink of sleep knowing that the killer's still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. Yeah, he looks worried as fuck. I had been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's plausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a bane mite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend had a run-in with the bane mite at the very spot. You claim to see that fiendish eyeball, isn't that right? There must be an explanation. I know, I saw an eyeball with wings. I could wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious, but listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be. Of course! There must be more than one of the buggers! Oh, it's so obvious, but then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. Gulp. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yeah, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Not gonna die, bro. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The servants there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. No problem, bro. I'm gonna go find this eyeball and murder the shit out of it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to dodge some enemies. The Bane Mite's gonna leave me alone. Yeah, it's gonna leave me alone. Uh-oh, it's a mangled corpse. Uh-oh, it's a giant eyeball. Oh man, it's really not that strong. Anyway. I've picked up the corpse. Teleporting back is faster. Present the ravaged corpse to Aethelmire. I will do that. Here, bro. I found a dead body. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Yeah, I got a dead body. God, be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in Central Shroud, while the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any. Sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature seems to be moving the bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women, all are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of... This button engraved with a lily motif, the very same object was found upon another victim, a family sigil or that of an organization, perhaps? Either way, I dare hope that this will prove pivotal in solving the murders. I'm sure it will, man. I'm sure it will. Movement speed increase. That's very cool. Secret of the White Lily. Aethelmaster wants me to hold on to the button. I will, man. I'll need it to continue my investigation. I sure will. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by Mione. Mayhaps someone in their vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Seems good. Mione knows stuff, right? Yeah. Mother Mione. Yo. Good morrow to you, Miyoko. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herbal tea. I mean, that does sound nice, though. Tell me about this button. Oh, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body. Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse, but then beginning with the Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Will do, will do. Bernadette. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. I got this button. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by families of old. Though I cannot claim to know its sigil, I can say that certainly that the white lily is a reoccurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there's a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Fallgourd over the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all citizens on a forename basis. Oh man, so bad with all these names. They're hard names. Yo, what up? Bernadette believes that I can help you? Well, that's a rare, bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of this matter, now then, what do you require of me? Tell me about this button. Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward northwest of here. Wait. A memory comes to me. Of late, there's been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendel, and I distinctly recall seeing a similar marked button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Cool, cool. Let's go talk to this man. Hey, bro. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts. But what about this button? The sigil of the Dardancourt's family. How is it that you came to be in possession of such a button? From the body of a murdered woman, her face, was it marred in any way? I feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You must promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. Alrighty. And on the next episode of A Realm Reborn, we'll go ask about her torment. Bye!